Because if you mad at rats, then that means everyone known to man need to be expelled. Sure. Outcast. But y'all got y'all picks and chooses. That's not right. That's not street. It was never like that back in the day. It could be your own cousin back in the day. Oh, you did that? Oh, you said that? Word? That's your word?
So, of course, it does make me go back to the question, or that we spoke on before we started, was, are the streets dead? And what is street code? Like, where does street code apply? When does it stop? When does it end?
I'm glad you said that, because some time ago you had me do an interview and I spoke about the major drug dealer that came out of Tennessee. And he came on to the unit we was on. And everybody automatically knew what it was. Some niggas had the magazines in hand like, well, come on. You know what I'm saying? He walking through the door right now. He had all that bread. The Tennessee car was supposed to smash this nigga on sight because everybody knew who he told on. He knew who he told on. We know who he told on. And for him to be bold enough to get off that motherfucking bus and come to this damn USP, he is crazy as fuck. But he was gonna get dealt with today, so we thought. He gets situated, and what he does, the whispers come to him. You know you ain't supposed to be here. You know a nigga gonna bake you a cake, right? This is niggas from his car telling him that. He like, all right, whatever. I ain't going nowhere. Fuck y'all. So what he does, he goes to a whole nother car. Man, this Carolina niggas, everybody know them niggas wild as fuck. Which one of y'all niggas starving, man? What's happening? Let me drop a bag on you niggas and shit to smash my whole car because they trying to kill me. Instead of them baking him a cake and be like, yeah, send that bread. And then as soon as they do that, go kill him anyway. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. They took that bread and actually went over there and stomped out the Tennessee car. Mm. I was bewildered. I was fucked up. I was like, what just happened? And it's like, are we gonna allow that? Like, it's all for one for all. We don't allow rats on this compound. Not because the nigga got a interesting bag and can feed some people.
Yeah.
We gonna let him make it? I started seeing it right then.
Around what year was that?
That was 2020. 2020.
That's when you start seeing where money can buy you out of that rat. Like, because again,
I
rats
started seeing niggas come in and they homeboys on their car. Niggas from their neighborhood knew these niggas was bona fide rats. And just because they had a bag or they was close to them, they would help them produce fake paperwork to get them through. Damn. When I started seeing that shit, I said, oh yeah, streets is dying. It got to be dying out there because it's dying in here. Yeah. This is where it's most real at.
Yeah, and it starts in prison. Yeah, that's where it starts.
In prison, yeah.
Then it floods to what the streets is. Because when I hear that you a snitch or rat, of course, outside the Italian, mafia days, it's prison rules. It's like you a rat. I mean, you got to go stand in front of prison and stand on that. And it wasn't for me. It wasn't until I seen Alpo in New York from the Paid in Full story where he got out and he snitched. I mean, he's on record telling, and he just walking the streets. I said, wow, this.
But now look at today. You got so many stand-up dudes that got rat partners. You see them in the club together all the time. Indictments come out in the paper every Tuesday. This nigga naming everybody paperwork. You in the club popping bottles with this nigga, Ace of Spades. That's my dude. If it pop off, we going out together. Where they do that at? Look at Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The biggest of them all. If that ain't a rat bastard, I don't know who is.
Yeah, he got in line in bed with I forget her name, but the woman who she's a bona fide worked with the police. I mean, worked with the CIA.
Took down his whole organization. He the only person that survived it. And here he is years later. Finna be at the Yankee Stadium. Everybody humming his lyrics.
Yeah, they gave him a couple nights.
Don't knock the hustle.
Yeah, Jay-Z did an interview, said he came out the streets unscathed.
He wasn't lying. He was the only one. But his best friend, who he can never be friends with till this day, is trapped and bewildered by what this nigga done did. So my thing is this. Why are we playing games pretending like we mad at rats when you only mad at a few people? Because if you mad at rats, then that means everyone known to man need to be expelled. Sure. Outcast. But y'all got y'all picks and chooses. That's not right. That's not street. It was never like that back in the day. It could be your own cousin back in the day. Oh, you did that? Oh, you said that? Word? That's your word? I'm going to take you out myself.
That was the case. Someone you don't like becomes, he got a snitch jacket on him. It's easy to have hatred towards that man. A person you love and idolize have a snitch jacket on him. Now you're making excuses and reasons around him. Oh, well, his, this or that. I'm like, come on, man.
Not right.
Across the board. You got to be across the board.
No room to point the finger and shit. To me, you're no better than the fucking rat that you run around with. Because birds of a feather flock together. So if you feel it's cool that he's whole, eventually you're going to be finding it cool to do it yourself. If you ever get in a situation.
That's facts. That's why they say do your own work. Do your own work out here, because you can't trust it as far as you can look.
You can't. Damn. They call it the Get Down First program. Boy, you got 3-4 niggas that get pulled over and shit, and there's an ounce of weed in the car and a pistol in there. Guess what? Whoever get down first gets to walk away and leave everybody on high alert. That's crazy.
Man.
And then got the nerves. As soon as them fools get out, you want to throw a party. You want to go barbecue.
Yeah, welcome home. He back.
Yeah, you want to take this nigga to the mall. Come on, man.
The game has changed, man. Like you said, the streets might be dead. It's looking like it.
They in the step down program doing their time. And it's like, how do you survive in prison? Y'all need to realize that there's a separation gap. Rats are not walking on USPs. They're not walking on Supermaxes. They're not bold enough to do that. They're going to get handed their ass the moment they walk in that door. But they're going to ride around on diesel therapy till they find somewhere to put them, which ends up on the step-down program. Now you're running around here with rats, pedophiles, whatever, this and that, and whatever fucked up shit these niggas got going, everybody got to respect each other because we what? We don't want no trouble.
We don't want no trouble.
We don't want no trouble.
You did state and Fed time. Is it taken more serious than one or the other? It seems like Fed time, they look in paperwork more.
Feds are more distinguished when it comes to paperwork than any other jurisdiction of prison.
Yeah.
Because see, in the state, you can turn your back and be like, I got a date to go home, man. I'm going to mind my business. I don't like what you do, nigga, but stay in your lane. Oh, fuck it. We can sip pretties and shit and spread tonight. It don't matter to me. I'm just trying to get through this time. In the feds and shit, niggas, it don't go that way. Unless you in a medium, low or one of them privileged ass, ungated, shit, whatever you call that.
Yeah, just a camp. They just out there,
camp. You know what I'm saying?
doing whatever.
But you're not going to the USP with that. And they're going to tell you before you get off that bus to save your own life. If you one of these things, don't get your ass off this bus.
Yeah.
Play hard if you want to.
Hey.
And that's one of the things I respect about the Spanish community. They not playing that, bro. They're not playing that.
Yeah, they seem to be, and again, you know, it's hell what's going on in Mexico and the cartel and stuff, but they really stand on that old school law.
When you come to the motherfucking door, you get butt ass naked and they checking you. Anything disrespectful, if anything comes in by bird, you know what I'm saying? They're going to bake you a cake immediately. They're not waiting. They're not even going to warn you.